does this NPP government really want to break the 8? Like that's a question. Okay, that's a question. NPP abino. Like, do they want to break the 8? When you say the Pan-African Convention no enyama so abina gbegu watuni na ATM was sanete gu nkofo garim guest ni nyina aba bedu na mbedu ye no ho na munya letter ya abina e kire mo say a threat to national security ye be kan wonsem na new force no omayomanim na who is behind this new force abusu anti abajebre na ye di we nyina ho nkomo ye ntwa ye homra. Wala buzafo akwaba na mepacho subscribe na like channel no wate ase na share na maye hu dia won so odwen e fa nsem aye kan nyina ho na yenko nsem ni mu a unse on the 7th of January na anka the Pan-African Convention no the much anticipated convention ever just say speakers omo ba no mu nyina ye speakers a just say when they talk, people do listen a lot. Now, they were coming to the Black Star Square, which is the national, that is the Independence Square, Ghana. That is 7th of January. And I can program you ever baso. My one better, yes. Now, the background of the story is, Ekoje permission, so use grounds on the 11th of November 2023, and omkwaje permission no. So be use grounds no. And it was accepted. So they started making their preparation and everything. Said nearby to me use grounds no. Now enona my advertise be real. Speakers na omoban ubia bedu. Then the speakers that were supposed to talk no Dr. Arikana or no activist from Zimbabwe. And Dr. Lumumba, or no, director of Kenyan School of Law, or a Kenyan ni. And almost also Julius Malema. Julius Malema EFF, that is Economic Freedom Party, Economic Freedom Fighters, South Africa. In fact, Okanwa Drensin Malema, Yabechiwatum. If you don't know any of these people, you can just take to YouTube and then be searching of them, or better still, Twitter and all those handles to just check them out. Of course, you like them, the way they speak their mind and they speak the truth in the Charlie, a mind busting and gasa. Now, Peter Obi was also one of the guests, and also a Nigerian politician and also a business mogul. Charlie, omunyina bae, omabedu, and uncle for free. All just say across Africa, people were from Zimbabwe, people were from Kenya, people were from Nigeria, people were from South Africa, and even Ghanaians, Togo, Benin, just say all walks of life, and mobile just to have that session with them. Just to, some people even wanted to see them keke. It be most of us mutie in some ombeka because they are all revolutionalists. So they talk and then I say omoma when you bow so now at the 11th hour, just some few hours to the program no, and letter be babontia say aban no say programming to me ma so now omubodo man kasa aban almost say a power from above can say into me masu because oma prevented the program from coming. In fact, people were left, they were left hanging in a sense that I don't know ya berry or much should be berry set ni be fine, be intact. People were just denied access or move room and no issue because it's a threat. The program has been tagged a threat to the national security. And say Ebanisa, we have some questions Yensu Bisa because if the program is a threat to national security, now matnawa at the 11th hour and sana muhua, then what prompted you? Then a man who say a threat to national security? All of a sudden. Because from 11th of November 2023 all through December, who say national security, Intel, when to me and gather Intel bia. So what Intel and Amujina Swana say, what is the main idea and the main motive or the brain behind you accepting the fact that it should be hosted at that particular venue na mojitum no. People are also saying say because they realize that Cheddar is behind it. I'll tell you Cheddar, I any videos baby wait me call yeah videos ni mo no akwa Cheddar, and also I'll be linking Cheddar in the video description. So I'll be to me say wunnim na yeah, that is the new force, the leader of the new force. In the amount for say when they applied no time omo person be use venue no na I say abani nim say and I say the people in the Flagstaff house, the people who are responsible or in charge of that facility no mo nim say a new force ni be use. They thought say just any random program be akeke na I say obi person or host or honor that is the more reason why they accepted. But the bedu baby no who say no Freedom Jacob Caesar and a shade in a chino. Then they realized no, we have to stop it because one, if the program is being held election people from all across the world abba. And this is omoba. Another thing is obenya that freedom, that avenue, nor the plans atuja. And confone ba ho ne be kasa. Enye den ya your political your election year. No, I'm to me mass opportunity. No, I am fat. So in a nutshell, you could see say Freedom Jacob Caesar wanted to surprise people, wanted to surprise the government, wanted to surprise everybody. Saying Kobe you use our opportunity no nanka, or they are unveiling them. But I might trying to big surprise be you see that thing when you want to surprise somebody and the person end up surprising you. Like you going to surprise your girlfriend in school and then and so girlfriend and so a boy or you understand that dynamics. Yes. So a surprising Jacob Caesar pa. And when it happened like that, or more small press conference be wa guest in our hall and then they said it is not their fault. You understand? Yeah, it is not their fault. And your nice or mukase program or money maso. But then maybe a free banner and Sally Kremuno as an ordering. An ordering. And Osansu use opportunity no and or they unveil on one. Now all be unveiling a one or didn't send me to Jan or Chess. Oh, look. Adiano Onim the entire program of this magnitude, a program of this nature, program of this caliber. Like say onumpo just because of the new force uninti ena moma nkofo ya titrini enintrini achocho huru omuti hui enkasa dia, then he sacrificing his identity na wa unveiling hu ho na bibia so atwa because when him say all these were the conversation out there is who is this man, who is this guy ni nyina ka ho na ema I said omude nkofo bi top no because so we yin anima e bia nka we nyina nkensi enti no o use that opportunity now sa na ma we nyina so atwa because enough is enough. And our unveiling and we said the man behind the mask is sitting right in front of you. Yes. So now it is clear where every cover has been blown out. So now Freedom Jacob Caesar is the man in the mask and he is the new force, of course. So now let's look at the Jacob Caesar, that is the new force. And one thing is that when they were applying for the venue, they didn't use the new force. Yeah, they used the African Foundation or New African Foundation. Yeah, because and also Jacob Caesar and the foundation and the Bwanko for as a philanthropist, that kind of job. Or the Bomo. So yes, the New African Foundation. And or they apply here. And when they realize the New African Foundation belongs to him, that is when they have sabotaged him. Or in a reason said it's a threat to the national security. Now let's look at the presser the new force and the New African Foundation at the Barbon thing with regards to this. Yenshe sa presser. Now if yenshe abide here no. Now if minjao now wankasa do your judging. Yen kind the New African Foundation after the program Amazon, this is their press release. For immediate press release, the convention, that is a Pan-African event which was to take place today at the Black Star Square in Accra, Ghana, has been cancelled by the government. So you see, has been cancelled by the government. They were so direct. We regret to inform you that the government has cancelled the above Pan-African event, which was to take place today at the Independence Square in Accra, Ghana. All the special guests have arrived, and thousands of people have come from all over Ghana as well as around the globe for this historic event. We have just been informed of the cancellation of this event a couple of hours before its commencement. Now, this event was approved by the government in November 2023. This came as a shock to us and a devastation to our dignitaries and special guests who flew in from around the world. We at the New African Foundation apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused to our audience and the public alike. Please be aware that this situation is and was beyond our control. So yes, this is the presser from the New African Foundation. So they are saying that it's not their fault. It was cancelled by the government. They are very direct. It was cancelled by the government, and then it was even cancelled about few hours before the program could even start. So yes, there was nothing, absolutely nothing they could have done about that. Even if they wanted to change venue, that couldn't be possible in that matter of. So yes, it could be said a rough tactics. The government used rough tactics. So now let's look at how the government defended itself against this whole thing. So now the government also released a presser. So on the 7th January, it was referenced OPPH02, and then the date was 7 January 2024. So revocation of permits. So request to use Black Star Square for the Black Star Line Festival. So yes, so now let's go. We write to revoke immediately the permission granted per our letter number 0PPH02 dated 11th November 2023. So they are referring to the New African Foundation letter now. So yeah, 2023, which approved your request to use the Black Star Square for the above event. This decision has been necessitated by the unforeseen state events scheduled to take place at the venue. Under the circumstances, the amount of 10,000 Ghana cedis paid by your office for the use of the venue will be refunded. We regret any inconveniences this may cause. So Abain also is saying that there is a program on the 7th, Independence Square. There is no way. I don't know. I'm planning say that program be baso, but then abaso. I was saying more dear no be the cover. The venue no yam farm on new program. That is as simple as ABC. Venue no wunya because yensu be use why are there. So on the 7th, yesterday, what happened? What was the premises used for? I didn't really know if something happened. Well, the 7th was meant for constitutional holiday. It was meant for the commemoration of the independence, for the constitution. Yes, the time where it was set aside for people to just think about our freedom, our rights, things about the constitution, and how precious our freedom is to us as people. And so if people's freedom and rights are being curtailed upon like this, are being trampled upon like this, then what is the essence, what is the relevancy of re-celebrating that public or statutory holiday? Now, let me just leave it for you to judge. But I have some few questions. Maybe say we are now, it will baby a tree. Now, let me ask these few questions. I know by now you might have heard of many things in relation to this convention now. Meaning say but my question is this. Se center no omo booking no 11th of November 2023. So what checks did they do? Inti say obi bookie event center Like, yenye check bia as to say be obi edinkan bookie anampo say program bi be koso on this date. Into the bia wo de ne mane maso. Do you allow somebody to just make ne ka obebo nyina ombo ni nyina wie owi ana waka che ne say ne sika na ode ba yes ode ba be event no o refund ne sika na ma no na say in case say bia ne guest omo ba ye Julius Malema mo ne sankofo ni nyina no omo plane ticket omo bi bia ha no even be omo be da ni nyina ye wow cost. So how do you cater for those costs? Or how do you even pay for those costs? Because indirectly, what many pana boka, the obey in our year, few hours to the programmer, the dignitaries in no, oma fly in no. I feel now be catching is a ultima program members. So which people were responsible? Say on measure say, look, on this date, this is going to happen. Because you can't tell me say as a nation, you be a national projector and a national programmer. It is not planned. We don't even have the itinerary for the whole year. Well, that is it. Now, the date was approved. So if it was approved, then it's something not fishy. Because now people are saying, say, the government is afraid of cheddar because anything involving Jacob Freedom Caesar, they seems to be having some ways and means. I say, almost frustrated guy, no. Ever since we in it is a person contest here, even if only in a name cry, yeah, the new force no, they started harassing him and his people. As we are talking now, Sheila friend same crampo. Sa ne lady ya Shali Abusi. Shali Abusi has been deported. Belgium near Ghana deported. Wahala. Shali Abusi has been deported. And at the time when I all reported the unveiling, no, say Freedom Jacob Caesar and the new force, no, or reported from London. You understand? Or reported from London. Whereas first time could be reported from Ghana. So that means now as of now, no, only every right say ebi obebaha, obabetina. So they have revoked the residential permit ni bibia. And we still believe, say, we are a democratic nation. Like we believe in democracy, we do this, and we still find some ways and means to just block some people and have our way by using the state apparatus. Yeah, because some people have access to the state apparatus. They feel like they can, meander their way through by using some of the state institutions to just have their way, regardless. Because there are some things, honestly, look, we are all Ghanaians, okay? We are all Ghanaians. And sometimes, and it doesn't speak well of us. Just imagine having your constitutional holiday and you are celebrating your constitution. Constitution, the freedom, right, now, when you invite people, they talk for Africa. People they ignite the voices of Africa. People they stand for the truth. Say and even this, they say they should come and talk about the youth empowerment. How the youth can just know, say, look, we have to do something for ourselves. And people have trooped in from all across Africa. And even the world at large, no say the government of the country, is saying, say, this meeting is against the national, it's a security threat. Like, really? So let's say, if say adibia and Kenya Freedom Jacob Caesar nebeye and ankeye obifu frokra and kebe show and kebe ende e be say US say US vice president isa vice president class how mo ya last oba he lady ya oba he ya obe kan gege asemi obe no so be flash staff house ho sa so imagine say you no a wo nkebe ende kanana do be suit akogina ho akọ tawo machi no mu yoma ka game ho asem. Some things they don't speak well of the country. Listen, if we are saying say we are independent country, we are people who does this, we always just say they be Ghana they be bia nim. So at the end of the day be bia so nim gbase bia ba ye ne din kan chia ansana. and you guys say akwaba. Yeah, so just imagine people almost kono assembly no modeko. Omo buy ya de na nya maswa just because just even looking at the presser alone. Omo people omo press letter or press release, you know, crowd tells you, it talks a lot. So what message are they sending? And then another thing. Now, me only means to say, abana a mistake. National security na a mistake. Because it could be say they have played directly to the cards of Freedom Jacob Caesar. Because if Freedom him say, definitely, because if they have done this thing codedly, or my then secretly about saying a leaky ya feed almost say national security say Ombabe unveil the new force. How did it happen? Omo ho that in adene leaky nti ba ne say na feed the leaky say national security say Ombabe unveil the new force. Don't you think say a plan is part of the plan? Because as it stands now, when you have public sympathy, maybe na feel say aban ni asisi no, aban na anya de, wakofa nkofu bi say aba, aban na manaboka. Enga na ha, si yehu mobo na ye pe wasemba. Because he has managed to find his way into the space again. People are talking about him. And look at how they unveiling him. After all these hula balloons, after all these things they see, you know, unveiling who we look at series of videos I ever wanting. And people are talking, just say, Akuffo can he's trending. Now the new force is not even trending. Now Cheddar is trending. So don't you think the government, you know, in the quest, say, I say, a person one day boy in the top, a person one day boy in the top. No, yes, sure, say, we play card now, boy in the panel. I say, we boy in the moon rather. Because in Kauma, in the program, or call ya, actually, enya DBA, we were in the program, or call. BBNC. I'm not sure say ombe haka ombeka say ebia Ghana for more to aba munkotoma Freedom Jacob Caesar. No, they were never going to say that. They were only going to speak the truth about Africa and then how they think Africa should be in some years to come, in some like 5 years, 4, 10, 15 years, and then what they think say is hindering the growth of Africa. That is exactly what they were going to talk about. Tikamanin kanko. Now the why idea. Well, and then another thing. Does this NPP government really want to break the 8? Like that's a question. Okay, that's a question. NPP are buying. Like, do they want to break the 8? Because it seems every decision they take, I say extra time yeah okay. Decision be on taking a decision a making government not unpopular. Extra time yeah okay. Decision be on take be a decision a making government not unpopular. And I doubt if indeed they want to break the 8. Let me leave you here. Now one can answer drain home. For our drain chrebra. Also, do you think it was a national security threat and all those things? Or you think that it's just a mere fallacy? Well, do you also think that they've been fair to the people? Because so we are booking a venue. Now, because just some few hours to the program, we say, my Jimmy venue, brabeji usika. Now, you very fan usika, maona venue known to me, you soon yadi. Well, you better quite share videos of people are now almost share almost frustrations when the program didn't come off. No, the videos ni bibra.
The will of the people is the will of the Lord.
Africa that is an opposition leader. No, stop in the opposition of this country. What are they doing? We don't have any opposition. We don't have any opposition. The only opposition we have are the youth. We have no opposition. The opposition is the people. Opposition is the people. Because we are currently in opposition. We are currently in opposition. Who is in opposition? We are currently in opposition. They are in position. We are in opposition. The team is igniting the voices of Africa. They are afraid to know when our stories are.
Yeah, so these are some of the people almost share to say Osha Ayomuya, because people traveled all over. And this I will always say it is just say abeye dent bia abeda Ghana ho ye ho hwe nyi, because if ye na ye din kan sha say ye pay independence grandpa pe bi kra man nkofo na say we to me see we kroma. You know, this shouldn't have happened. Regardless, even if you are NPP person, even if you are NDC, so also this shouldn't have happened in the first place. There is no way Ubiboka Kotitu or say Julius Malema, if he's South Africa, but Yebabi Boni too, and now say this woman, Dr. Arikana, but Yebabi Boni too, and now say Peter Obi, or Mobe Boni too, and now may arrest you. Ghana, we are not like that. So they should have just allowed them have their peaceful program, and then at the end of the day, Obi Abekoni baby. The ombe or so unveiling, and yes, how unveiling winner say I can't say Cheddar be winning presidency, Emani winning presidency. And then my final question: do you think Cheddar has the chance to be the president, or what it takes to be the president of the Republic of Ghana? My name is Nanayo Adomakunyamiche. Please share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Shalom, peace, bye bye.